The Des Moines Public Schools Board of Directors consists of 7 dedicated individuals who volunteer their time to help ensure our students receive a quality education. We'll talk to new school board chair, Cindy Ellsburn, about the board's goals for this year, next on Classroom Connections. Hi, and welcome to Classroom Connections, a public affairs discussion on issues important to students, teachers, and parents in the Des Moines Public Schools. I'm your host, Sarah Taylor. School board members are dedicated individuals who volunteer their time to help ensure our students receive a quality education. Currently, board members are elected to serve 4-year terms. In September, we welcomed back 2 board members who were re-elected, Connie Bozen and Terry Caldwell Johnson, and 2 brand new board members, Rob Barron and Toussaint Cheatham. The board also elected Cindy Ellsburn to serve as chair for the 2013-14 school year, and she's joining me today to talk about the board's focus and goals for this year. Thank you for joining me, Cindy.
Hi, Sarah. It's a pleasure to be here.
Great. So the board was very busy over the summer developing board belief statements. Can you tell us how this process worked and what does this mean for our students and staff?
Sure. On July 9th of this year, the board did adopt a belief statement, and it aligns with our student expectations, which were formerly known as graduate ends. It came about in part through a series of community conversations that were held in 2012. And so essentially the student expectations are the words by which the board governs, kind of our guiding principles. And the board belief statement is essentially the lens through which we look at all of the issues that come before the board. And our board belief statement actually has 6 points to it.
Okay.
It is posted on the website, as are the student expectations, but I'm going to take the opportunity to read those 6 points here because I think they're valuable and important.
Sure.
First, we believe in every child, and no matter their circumstance, we'll support them in achieving at their highest level. Second, we believe all students will have the best staff working to provide and support their education. Third, we believe in the full engagement of our parents and community in the support of our students' education. Fourth, we believe as a community in providing the resources necessary to offer pre-K through 12 education of the highest quality. 5, we believe first-rate facilities are essential to quality education. And 6, we believe in a school district that operates with transparency, accountability, and efficiency at every level.
Okay. So what is the board doing to bring these belief statements and student expectations to life and making them real for everyone involved?
Sure. Well, like I mentioned earlier, they're the guidelines by which we govern, and they provide a focus for us. So we use those to set high and clear expectations for all of our students. Okay. We use them as a way to create conditions for success and improvement, and we also use them to hold the system accountable. So we do continue to monitor that, to receive reports and to ask questions. I do think one of the big focuses for us will be creating that public will to succeed. And what I mean by that is creating an awareness of our district's successes as well as our needs, of engaging with the community, and probably most importantly, of engaging families in the educational success of their students. And we do have some strategies in place for that already. Okay. And that includes the development of a Business Education Alliance, continued development of our Youth Advisory Council, as well as a focus on engaging our school communities through the board's Community Linkage Foundation. But that is something that does continue to be identified and that we'll continue to work toward.
Okay, well it sounds like we're moving in the right direction. So we have 2 brand new board members, and what help will you be providing to those 2, and since this is a very important job serving on the board?
Sure. Well, first of all, I'm very excited about this new board and this new year. I think it's an exciting time of transition, as well as a natural opportunity for the board to regroup and to focus on the task at hand, which is essentially assuring the success of the district through the guidelines of our board beliefs and our student expectations. We are working on board development and new member orientation to bring them up to speed on policy and procedure and to establish as a board kind of our ground rules for working together and for working with staff. But as you know, a lot of the work that we do does come, the learning comes on the job.
Hands-on.
Yep.
Yes, definitely.
Yep. But we do have a pretty clear schedule for the year of when we will receive monitoring reports, of when we'll have staff informational presentations, and also board work sessions so that members can understand what's coming ahead and be prepared.
Okay, sounds good. So let's talk about the upcoming legislative session. And last year we made some progress regarding education funding and had some success. And what can we do again this year to hopefully have the same results?
Yes, we did have some great success last year. One of the things the board decided to do last year was to hire a lobbying firm. We hired LS2 to help us focus in on some of our legislative priorities. And their focus actually in the last legislative session was expanded ELL funding, and it was quite successful. We did decide recently again to renew that contract with LS2, knowing that this was a valuable service to us. It just really helps to have those eyes and ears up at the Capitol to know the who, the where, the when, so that the board can be more efficient and effective in focusing our own efforts. And then we all are working on establishing our district legislative priorities. But I think you can count on seeing us advocating for continued adequate allowable growth, for continued support of that expanded weighted ELL funding for those students. And also at our last meeting there was considerable support for expanded preschool funding. Also I'd like to remind everyone that as those legislative priorities are established, they will be posted on the Des Moines Schools website. And then I invite parents and the community to become active participants along with us in that legislative process, because it is important and it can really influence the outcome.
Okay, well, very good. Thank you so much for joining me today, Cindy.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us. Don't forget, this and all other Classroom Connections episodes are available on our website. For Classroom Connections, I'm Sarah Taylor. Thanks for watching.